What's going on, everybody? This is Chris Classic dropping the car vlog. I hope you guys are having a wonderful and a blessed day. If you do not hear it today, remember that God loves you, Christ loves you, I love you as well. We all going through trials and tribulations, and some of us are just having a great day. So, God bless you guys, and I want you guys to know that I'm praying for you. This is the last day of Black History Month, and I wanted to talk about a topic that is very controversial, and I think that a lot of people are very misled on what it is. So, wokeness in wrestling, or wokeness versus wrestling. I don't know what I'll name the title. Now, a little backstory about what woke and being woke and staying woke is. Basically, a few years back, it was when somebody would tell you something in history that was basically a lie. America and a lot of spots have a lot of lies that are placed in history books and things like that. So some of us, we use our research, our independent research, and our studying, and even what our family told us. And then the thing was, oh, okay, this person did not invent this or did not create this, or this war wasn't meant for this. Stay woke, which means enlighten yourself. Now, me as a follower of Christ, there's certain limits to when people say that, because sometimes people just say what they want to say and they just run with that. And even people who do believe in Christ do the same thing, and they're not listening to what thus said the Lord. I will say that. But that was the thing of wokeness, was to actually do your own research to certain situations to get a full understanding, because some of the things in the history books are not true. Some are lies and some are just partial truths, which is a whole lie when you think about it. So that, I will say that with everything that's going on and things like that is going on in the Bible, if you read that, you see how people go to war about certain things. So there's no lie in that. That's why I say the word is the truth. People's interpretations is the shaky part. I will say that. But when we think of woke now and wokeness and go woke and stuff like that, you see like a lot of things with TV, a lot of actors, actresses of different orientations, skin color, faiths or lack of faiths. That's what people focus more on than the actual content. And then that's a form of wokeness now. I don't like what that is, because I understand what you're trying to say or trying to do. And some people fail because your content isn't 100% genuine. A lot of people do not like a lot of the Marvel or DC things because some of the characters were white or different ethnicity, and then you race swap them to black or something else. And people get mad at that. And some are like, oh, what are you saying? Superman can't be a black person, or a black man isn't good enough to be Superman. No, that's not the case. It's just that Superman has always been white. And I know in the comics there were a couple guys and things like that, but sometimes when you think of Superman, you do think of a white person, and that's fine. But you have characters that are black, like Blue Marvel and things like that. You could focus on that and it can sell. Black Panther did very well in theaters and things like that because he was an original character. And for the ones who do get mad about having a black Superman, or get mad that people don't want to see a black Superman, think about if T'Challa was white. You probably wouldn't like that. You get what I'm saying? I like to think of things outside of the box as well. Going back to the point, people celebrate that stuff. And you can celebrate what you want to celebrate and things like that. I think the issue is when you try to tell the consumer what they should celebrate, how they should celebrate it, what you should do. Now, I am a wrestler. I do not like when people say just watch wrestling. I just saw a girl get pushed, or she slipped off a scaffold and fell on a guy, but it looked like she messed herself up, but she was okay. I don't like that. But some people will be like, just enjoy wrestling. Some things I see on AEW and some things I see on WWE I don't like, and things on the independent scene. Some people may not like what I do in a wrestling ring, and that's fine. Whatever. I'm not going to sit there and say, just consume my match and shut up and watch it. I'm not going to do that. With wokeness, a lot of people are doing that. And then with wokeness, is quote unquote, you have a lot of people that's going to call you something that you're probably not. Black History Month, right? I always crack jokes with Black History Month because WWE usually plays that same old video of Roman, Seth, and a few other wrestlers going to Tennessee to see the hotel where Martin Luther King was shot and assassinated. And then they show the same graphic of The Rock and everything like that. Now, some of it is cool. My thing is, there's more Black history than just what you continue to show and what you continue to rehash and stuff like that. That's my thing with certain things. People just do it because it's a business thing. You know, June is Pride Month to some people, and then you see a lot of rainbow stuff. You see a whole bunch of things, and last year AEW did a thing because you know you have a lot of people who are part of that community. They talked about how important it is, and then even this year with Black History Month, they're asking Black wrestlers, "What does Black History Month mean?" And then there was a Spanish Latin Heritage History Month. I'm sorry, I know I butchered it, but you know what I mean. They were asking Eddie Kingston and Dasha Gonzalez, I think that's her name in AEW. They were asking a lot of people, what does it mean to them? So those are the kind of things that they do. Now, there's a difference between awareness and pandering. That's my thing with it. My take on it is this. When they were doing the thing for Pride, right, Sonny Kiss is like a very predominant character in that community and stuff with wrestling and has a lot of love and a lot of fans and stuff like that. But there was no push. It was nothing. It was just like, hey, let's just use you only for that because you're part of that community. To me, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. Regardless of how I feel about anything, I don't think that's right because it's not genuine. It's just saying, hey, you should watch our company because we cater to this or we cater to that, but it's not genuine. And that's why I always scratch my head when you see a lot of characters, you know, they make characters Black or something like that. I'll be like, okay, what's the end game and stuff like that. So I can definitely understand why some people get turned off on Marvel movies when they see certain things. Sometimes you just got to listen to what people are saying or whatever like that. It's not like people aren't saying that Black people aren't good enough to be a Superman or be celebrated. They're saying that you have original characters that are Black and then you can do something like that, and that kind of thing works. With wrestling, it can be the same thing, you know, but sometimes wrestling doesn't matter which company. They push people because they are a certain agenda or a certain color. But like I said, there's a difference between awareness and pandering. One good thing of awareness, Black wrestlers matter, right? They've been doing it strong. They've been having great shows and things like that. It's a celebration of Blackness. Black, Black, Blackity, Black, Black. That's fine. That's what you get. When you get a title, when you get this is what you get. That's what it is. Black wrestlers matter. I'm proud that I've sponsored them. I've went to this show. I watched their stuff on YouTube. That's one thing of awareness. We do awareness for illnesses and fundraisers and stuff like that. That's cool. That's dope and everything like that. And that's your choice if you want to go to the show to celebrate it. And if you do not, that is your choice as well. You get what I'm saying? Pandering is just watch it because somebody looks like you or you have something in common with this person. And if you don't, you can't complain about not saying nothing. I don't like that because I have a lot of people who I watch. Some are good regardless of whatever they are in life. And I know some Black wrestlers that I'm not fans of, and they may not be fans of me. But to try to sit there and then just tell me because look, it's a Black person on screen, I have to support that, or I have to support this wrestler because of that, because we may have similar struggles and trials and tribulations. That's where it's wrong. So, you know, WWE took a long time to have another Black champion since The Rock. And I use that with an asterisk because a lot of us Black folk does not like how The Rock is portraying himself now and don't even consider him the first Black champion. Many consider Kofi Kingston one. I'll make a video if I have to, but let's just talk about this. So there's a big difference with that. Wrestling does it a lot too. It's just like, okay, well, we're going to push this person because they're this, and maybe it works and maybe it doesn't. I was happy for Jinder Mahal to win the WWE title from Randy Orton. And I'm still happy that he won it. But it was more of a demographic pull. It was a business pull because they were doing, Crown Jewel that was in Saudi Arabia and things like that. And his ethnicity, he's really born in Canada. But you get what I'm trying to say here, one of the reasons why he did it. And he did work hard, and I think he did deserve it for what it was. You know, congrats. But at the same time, WWE is a multi-million, possibly billion-dollar company, and they're trying to do things to push things and things like that. That's why it's just like, you know, if you really do want to celebrate these months, celebrate them throughout the year and stuff like that. Don't wait for a corporation or your business to try to celebrate this stuff and to bring awareness and things like that, because most of the time it's just to say, hey, we're with the times. Now, can companies change? Yes. Can businesses change? Yes. We're clamoring at Bianca Belair's success as a Black woman and as a Black champion, being the longest reigning Black champion in WWE. We love that stuff, and it's natural to me. It is very, very natural. It's not rushed. It's not forced. It's not shoehorned. Even Bobby Lashley's reigns, they were not rushed and stuff. Even Big E, despite the fact we wanted a longer reign, and I did want him to be a little bit more serious than what he was. It is what it is. It worked. You get what I'm saying? It was natural and stuff like that. Now, we might have scratched our head if it was one on Black History Month. Who knows? But what I'm saying is, it's definitely a difference. Awareness is one thing. You know, you have a lot of people, I want to celebrate this. That's cool. That's fine to celebrate the stuff like that. But don't make people just like you have to celebrate because of that. Because I do not have to partake in none of this stuff. I do not have to support a black wrestling company if I don't want to. That's my choice. And you shouldn't tell me what I should do with my money. And I shouldn't tell you. Like, I should promote. As a promoter, yes. I would say, yes, spend your money on the C3 Ultimate Wrestling show. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to degrade you and say, oh, well, you're less black than me, or you're less this than me because you're not supporting something because you don't want to. That is the divide. And with wrestling, there's a lot of things. I've seen comments. A lot of people aren't fans of Sonny Kiss or people like that. I'm not a fan of Sonny Kiss. I don't think that I think Sonny Kiss does need to practice more. There's one guy I seen at Black Wrestlers Matter. His name was Devin Monroe. I think that he would do great on mainstream and stuff like that. Like, he was a great wrestler. But I'm not a fan of Sonny Kiss. And I've seen people saying that they're not a fan of Sonny Kiss. And then somebody say, oh, well, you just need to get with the times. And you're showing, you know, you're homophobic. And I'm like, because he wasn't a fan of a person that's gay? Like that doesn't make sense. Like, there's a lot of straight wrestlers, right? And people aren't fans of them. And people don't say, well, you're heterophobic. No, they don't say that. So that's the thing. It's like people are just trying to use this to paint a bad picture of people. Now, do you have people that are the icks? Yes. But just because somebody doesn't per se agree with it doesn't make them an ick or want the worst for them. I just think it's so easy to label people something that was a medical term. But that's just me. But with the wokeness and awareness, like I said, wokeness is being used wrong because they're just like, oh, okay, well, we're going to show this for wokeness. No, that's not what it was for. I don't think that it should be used how it is now, but that's just how the world is. So this is the last day of Black History Month. You know, Black history is our history, and I do believe that we should celebrate it all the time, and a lot of people do it. Black people magic, black girl magic, black this and blackly black, or whatever you celebrate and stuff like that. I love wrestlers who give thanks to God and things like that, and I promote that. I share that and stuff like that because God is the reason we are all here. Showing a straight devotion to God is always a wonderful thing or whatever like that. But you don't forget that there's also individualism. Okay, cool. I can be happy that I'm black. I love the skin that God put me in. But I don't have to support everything black. You know, if it's evil, it's evil. Evil has no color. It doesn't have just a base color. You know, some of these corporations are very evil. But as soon as it's something that benefits us or anybody else or anybody's community, we're happy. And we celebrate despite the fact that they have an evil past, or they're probably still doing evil things. So that's my thing with wokeness and wrestling, you know. I was one of the ones. I was upset with a whole bunch of things that was going on during the pandemic. And my logo was like a black fist and things like that. But then when you start being woke, the real woke, and do your independent research, you realize what some of these corporations are doing behind the scenes. And it's not for us, and it's not for the greater good. I will leave it at that. But what do you guys think about it? Do you guys think about the wokeness and stuff like that with wrestling and stuff like that? I know it's a market for it. I know it can work, and I know it's very dope. But what do you guys think? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment. This is Chris Classic. Hope you guys are having a great day. Let's take it home.